I no longer work here. Begging not to, actually. Finally. Out of 2 locations and almost a third of my life, I was getting out of retail, Mr. Walton's Retail Mart in particular. I was finally getting a job. I did 2 phone interviews, got the job and was given the start date November 1st, 2023. I think I got the job offer the first half of October. Great. I gave notice the same day, both text messages and a formally typed paper. More than 2 weeks. I worked digital orders. Word got around quickly, everyone was found out I was leaving. I got a lot of back pats and congratulations. Some don't leave us here to burned messages. I worked 40 hours for the next 2 weeks, and we get paid bi-weekly, and within that time, they cleared me off the schedule for November. Schedule is usually released 3 weeks ahead. The month ended in the middle of the week, and I got to go to my last day of work, Halloween, as Luffy, gave away treats, got a gift basket from my whole department, trashed my vest in the break room, and flipped off the building as I left. Early the next day, I went to training for my new job. It was a salary job, yay, but yuck, which means I get paid monthly. I also was not willing to pay the insane amount for Cobra to keep my insurance, so I lost it the day I got terminated from Retail Mart. This all meant that for 1 whole month I had no insurance and I had no money, besides whatever I had on me. I worked for 2 weeks into November, waiting for my final check, which should either be loaded or at least hefty, carried by all the paid time off I had saved up, easily carrying me though the rest of November. I hurt my knee in a super stupid way around the same time, but was afraid to get it looked at since I had no insurance, and no money. And no time I could take off yet, so I had to limp around for a few days. The Wombo combo, I get my mid-November final check from Retail Mart. It's like $100. Incorrect. It does not have my saved time on it. It only has the only 2 days of the pay period I worked the last 2 days of October. My eyes nearly fell out of my head. I checked to see if I could log into the Retail Mart employee app. I can. This is bad news. This means Retail Mart still lists me an employee. I have not been terminated in their system. This actually means I still have insurance, and might have been charged for it, now that I think about it, and had been limping around training for my salary job, actually fully insured. But also that means I did not have money. Not for rent, not for food, not for medication, not for car insurance. I had about 50 to 60 hours in paid time off that I was literally banking on getting with my last check that week that was still in the void. I tried to call up there and of course I can't get through to anyone that matters. As the combo part of the Wombo combo, I get a notification from the Retail Mart work app. They literally added my ass back to the schedule on one of the upcoming weeks, probably right before Thanksgiving. That weekend I march back up there. I walk into the back. Office is empty as always. I wish to explode. I walk instead into the back where digital worked. You know. Since I was still apparently a digital Retail Mart associate. People are pleasantly surprised to see me. Ask how I'm doing. I give them the pleasantries, then walk right up to one of the managers of digital, in the middle of his work and went HI. Yes, hello. Hi. I was put back onto the schedule. I don't actually work here anymore. Please. Please terminate me from the workplace. I gave my 2 weeks over a month ago. My money is being held. Please. Remove me. Apparently disrupting the workday like so was more effective than a 2-1/2 week notice, both texted and printed. It figures. I handed 10 years of my life to that company and still had to kick and scream to get away. Anyways, approaching my 3rd year in admin services, grinning face with smiling eyes.